Good evening, wherever you are. I'll do my best this evening to make what I want to share short and to the point. This is day number 12 on my Lose to Win challenge. I have a story that I may want to share, which is a very inspiring story. It's actually about the people of Jonglei, especially the Dinka in Jonglei. I find them fascinating in the way they are. And that would be the story that I want to share, an experience I have for like over 20 years or 25 years with the Dinka from Jonglei. And I don't know why they're like that, but it's something worth sharing and giving a shout out in this moment that I'm going to be talking, because I've been doing a lot of deep meditation. But I wrote a message, the words that I've written today, like to all of us that are suffering, wherever you are, never feel that you're a victim, because by holding the truth, to stand and keep your truth, there is privilege in it. The privilege of holding the truth. Yeah. Because in itself, it's a purpose. It rings in your head. Systems that are built that are controlled by evil, where injustice is practiced, where manipulation is practiced, where citizens are pit against themselves, where you find people hiding behind this system and terrorizing their own citizens. And now when you stand up, they begin to label you. They can call you a terrorist. They can call you an activist. They will give you a name to try to label you. They could call you cockroaches, or they could call you stubborn, difficult. Just creating an image to make you a monster so that people don't feel empathy about you. Now, we can see even what happened to the education system in South Sudan. There was a education ministry branding the Nuer people as terrible people. Imagine polluting the mind of young ones in schools. Maybe you haven't heard about it. I saw the articles, I saw the book. You gotta be emotionally sensitive. You gotta be writing stories that build the nation, not divide. And because they're selling that story, they teach it in education. It's a long-term plan where they want to exterminate the Nuer people. But few Nuer people were in the system, were eating. You're given $500 here, $10,000 here, and you feel that the system like you. No, you're being fattened for a kill. So at this moment, let's not allow fear to rule in us, but we take courage and take pride in the privilege on what God has trusted us with. With these challenges, we would not be the first people who face these challenges, but we would live as an example of people that stood for what is right, and that's why we have to tell our story. On this Lose to Win challenge, the spotlight is supposed to be on Sudan and South Sudan, but most of the day I'm telling the stories of Sudan. And when I tell stories of South Sudan, on the Lose to Win challenge, this is like my day number 13 or 12, where I've been eating one meal a day. So if I eat my meal lunch, then no lunch until the next days. But if I decide to eat it as dinner, then no dinner until the next day. So I just eat one meal a day. And so I want to share a story that really moved me, and I want you guys to hear. This is of the people of Jonglei, especially the Dinka from Jonglei. The Dinka of Jonglei, if you have a Dinka friend from Jonglei, maybe you share this with them, because it's always good to always remember to always put something in the right place. I've been touring all my life. And because I've been touring, I go to some areas, and every time I go for this concert, you see some skinny people from the back, either men or girls. And then when you talk to them and you talk to them, where are you from? They'll probably say, I'm from Dinkabur, I'm from Nyarweng, or I'm from here, and I'm from South Sudan. And they come for my concert. Can you imagine like how, like you have like thousands of white people coming there. Look, maybe in my heart I want to see maybe any other South Sudanese, but you always find these Dinka guys from Jonglei, from Bor, or whatever, they just show up. So and then I would sit and ask them, why did you guys show up? He said, look, if we know there's a South Sudanese coming out, one of our own, our community leader tell us, if we can't all go, let one person go. I mean, I said, like, how amazing is this? Like you have a whole, these people have their own philosophy. And what I even find so fascinating is, this one will even find, I had a gig in London. And this gig in London, I reach out to my Nuer friends. I reach out to a bunch of Nuer girls that I like, and I like their conversation, and we talk. And I tell them, guys, I'm going to be in town. And I didn't reach out to any Dinka person, neither anybody. But I reach out to the Nuer people. Come to my show. Guess what? No Nuer turn up. There's only one Nuer guy turn up. I'll say his name is Gel Malwala. That's right. Anytime I'm in anywhere in UK, Gel will always make his way to come. But let me shock you. Dinka guys turned up. Dinka's ladies turned up. Now, when I asked the Nuer girls and the guys, why didn't you come? Oh, Beyonce came in town, so we went to watch Beyonce. Oh, you went to watch Beyonce, okay. Then I asked this Dinkaborg girls and the men, why did you come here? Yesterday, Beyonce was coming, but we just realized in the last minute that you are in town. And so we had to make our mind up. Should we go for Beyonce or should we go for Emmanuel Jal? And then we decided, look, guys, Emmanuel Jal is from South Sudan. So imagine if you see like this Dinkabor, it's fascinated me how supportive they are of their own. So if you are anywhere, I think it's in all my career, you go to Ottawa, you go to Toronto, you go to London, you go to Alaska, like some weird places. If they are there, or maybe, let's say for example, I went to France. France, I have a show in France, you'll find the Dinkabur girls, the Dinkagor men turned up. So I asked these guys, why did you come? Why did you choose my show than Beyonce? They said, one, you're from South Sudan. And if we come for your show and we pay this ticket to come and watch you, this money goes to your pocket. And if it goes to your pocket, it will eventually go to South Sudan. So that's why we came to you. And I said, wow, I've never thought like that. I mean, like, these guys just changed my perspective of how I look at the people from Dinkabur. In that day, I said, wow. Because, like, before it used to be, the number one supporter was Sudanese. But I'm talking about South Sudan now. The South Sudan is always the Dinkabur or the Dinkas from Jonglei State. I don't know it, but I just call all of them Dinkabur because, like, oh, I'm from Nyanweg, oh, we are from Duke, or we are this, but in here, they come from Jonglei. The level of support that they have, regardless of political side, when it comes to any South Sudanese doing their own thing, you'll always find them. They are. Even here in Nairobi, when I'm doing my own thing, there will not be like a whole hall full of Kenyan. You'll not miss some Dinkabur coming for it. One of the things that I found the most fascinating thing, which was the funniest thing, is one Dinkabur guy said, look, Joe, it's like they have their own philosophy. He said, one of the reasons I put money in your pocket is Because if you buy a cow and take it to your village, there's a probability of that cow reaching Dinka land. Maybe the Dinka guys from our area will go and rob that cow and it will reach us. Or maybe you'll marry a Dinka girl and the cows reach us. So there are chances of, if I give you $100, that it will eventually reach South Sudan. But if I give Beyonce, that money will never come back. If I go to a Somaliti shop, that money will never reach South Sudan. If I go anywhere. So that's why, even though there is politics in our country that are divide us, but when I have my money in my hand, this is my power. I can choose who I can give that money. If I can't find Ali Juma in town, you know, and I know you're in town, I'd rather give the money to you. I think I like, this something is amazing. There's something we can learn from these people. You know, there's something, what can we learn from this level of support from them, these Dinkas from Jangule? Specifically, to have that mind of thinking like that. The only people who think almost like that are the Jewish people. And so I started doing more research to understand the philosophy and how these people carry themselves. When you go to how wealthy people in South Sudan, the wealthiest people in South Sudan, mostly per capita, are the Equatorians. The Equatorians are the wealthiest. Which means because they are farmers, they are not aggressive, they are not... They're humble and they're focused on them raising their kid. And they have mastered what is called the nano economy, whereby each and every individual in the family contribute to something. Like, you gotta have to something. You cannot just sit idle in the house and everybody feed. You gotta do something. If we all go to work, you clean the house, you know? So everybody has to acquire a level of education or has to be a farm. So when you look at their wealth collectively, most of them are not in the military. You find them in NGOs, or they have businesses, or they're in administrations in the government. So they have consistency. And one of the things that I found from this, I met an Equatorian guy who worked for the government. Imagine that guy has worked, seen independent. He has never been promoted, but he just sat humbly. And I asked him, hey, excuse me, sir, why are you keep in the same position? He said, look, I'm serving my country. What? You're serving your country. And how are you able to take care of your kids? Oh, easy. When I was in US, I work hard. I bought several plots, and those plots of mine are on rent. And every month, I pay myself. So I just come and volunteer to the government. I don't even care about the salary they give me, because the salary they give is like $30. And probably I get that $30. He said he probably get that $30 after 6 months. So if you come and see him in the office, he dressed up in suit, look clean and everything. And I was like, wow. So the wealthiest people in South Sudan are Equatorian per capita. And then you have the Shuluk, fascinatingly, Shuluk people, the one you see here, the Cholo people. They may not have robbed millions of dollars or billions of dollars from the system, but they have a way in which they work as a collective to support their infrastructure, you know? So in per capita, you know, they're the wealthiest. Then they compete between Bor and Shuluk. So the Bor people are sometimes the second wealthiest, sometimes the third wealthiest. And we come to the rest of people. Everybody think the Barghazal guys are the wealthiest. No. The Nuer guys are the poorest, because right now most of the areas, poorest in terms of how we look at the system now, the water has flooded the areas, in terms of how you can look at the war in their territories. So there's no time to actually sit down and farm. Most of them are fed by UN, or they're in the UN areas. But the people in Barghazal, most of them, the people who are actually benefiting are not all the Barghazal people. You know, if you walk in Juba, most of the people, if you go and find, out of every 10 beggars in Juba, you'll find probably 6 are from Barkazal, the one roaming on the street asking people for money. But there's a system that the Boer people have created in Juba that is so amazing, a support system. Each and every individual is challenged to be productive. To be productive, not to just sit, like you just have to be productive. You cannot just say, John Garang is not here. That's what they tell Garang Aliu. Garang Chitoten. You must use your head. Yeah? So academically, they work hard in school. They support each other. When someone finds an opportunity, either as a model, they take it seriously. So they are like the hustlers that we have that use their mental capacity, you know, to be able to generate wealth. But they have the bigger picture, like how there's this lady I met in Juba who has a restaurant. Most restaurants, you start them and die. Then I asked her, how did your restaurant survive? And she told me, Manu, you want to know how my restaurant survived? Okay. The community. I said, what community? He said, our community has a way that if you start something, each one of them feels they should hold it up because they know if someone is sick in town, this business owner will be the only first one we're going to run to for help. So instead of tearing this business down, why don't we build it quickly? And I said, wow, these Boer people, there's something about them. I wouldn't say Boer because it's confused me. I wouldn't call them Boer, the Dinka from that area. But to be specific, you'll find them, they have their own smart way. So I thought I would tell this story. And what can we learn from these people? One guy told me, before, when John Garang was there, we're kind of like spoiled. Yes, we are spoiled, yes, because we could get things easy. We had the privilege. But when John Garang is gone, it's like we became orphans. And because we became orphans, there's no way we can make it. We are very small. And we don't like to be aggressive and push ourselves in the system and punching people down. No, that's not our style. We like to put ourselves in a system. We take what belongs to us. We give what belongs to others. But now, the system is pushing us down. So if the system is crushing us, we have to find a smart way that we can survive. And the way to do it is, if you want to become a doctor, you do your best to be the best doctor. If you become a lawyer, do your best to be a best lawyer. If you want to become a businessman, do your best to be a businessman. If you're going to be the model, then do your best to be model. If you're not going to be a musician, you're going to do your best to be a musician. So I thought I would give that a shout out for you guys. It's what I've learned. It's what I've experienced. Know people that have supported my career. Like, I won't say they come in large numbers, but in the places that you go, in places that are so cold that you expect nobody to turn up. Mostly the Sudanese Arabs always turn up. But to see a skinny black person on the corner that looked like you, cheering their voice out, like, you guys have no idea how fulfilling that is. So I thought I would give that a shout out. Good night. Peace with you. And for those who want to know about Lose to Win challenge that I am on, if you want to join it, you can give up something. You can give up a meal, you can give up tea, you can give up whatever it is, a Hoover ride, and you calculate the difference and then what you donate to Lose to Win Challenge. You'll find the link on this post once I'm done, and you can make your donation. Peace is here. Good night.